The Prius has been such a successful line of cars for Toyota, it expanded into a whole family of hybrids in recent years. The latest addition is this, the 2017 Prius Prime. It's a mid-size hatchback with 4 doors, plug-in charging, a futuristic interior, and up to 133 miles per gallon equivalent. So what makes the Prime special over all other Prius vehicles? It all comes down to the amount of technology Toyota has brought to market to make this the most efficient and fun-to-drive Prius ever. The looks of the Prius can be polarizing. Owners love it. Others may not be so convinced. If the standard Prius left you on the fence, the so-called dual-wave design of this Prius Prime will be guaranteed to shove you one way or the other. Of course, the car does look like this for a reason. Let's start with the trunk. See that dip? It's to improve aerodynamics. It works in concert with the nose to make the vehicle as slippery as possible. Under the hatch is a battery that is twice the size of a standard Prius. Of course, a larger battery also means less room for cargo. Because this is a plug-in hybrid, you can use the included charging cable to top off from a standard wall jack, though most owners serious about reducing emissions will probably want to invest in a faster Level 2 charger for their home. The second row can fit an adult comfortably, though it is interesting to note the lack of a third seating position. In its place is a set of cup holders and a cubby. If you've ever driven a Prius before, the revised driver's view in this Prime may come as a surprise. The traditional infotainment screen has been replaced with a massive 11.6-inch tablet-sized touchscreen. This gives you all the info you need about how efficient your Prius is operating. It helps you find the local Starbucks, and even includes XM radio as well as integration for mobile devices through Bluetooth or USB. Switch the car into reverse using the funky little joystick, and it also turns into a rear-view camera. But that's not where the advances end. Above the display is a central dash that gives drivers an eye-line view of their speed, vehicle status, and a lot more. Admittedly, it takes a little getting used to compared to the traditional driver's side gauges, but in the end, this eye-line view is just as useful and even a little easier on the eyes. Like other Toyota vehicles, the Prime features a number of active safety technologies, including pre-braking collision, lane departure warnings, blind spot ID, adaptive cruise control, and a lot more. We can't talk about the Prime without going into some detail about the drivetrain. As a plug-in hybrid, the Prime can be used exclusively on battery power or work in concert with the 95 horsepower 1.8-liter gas engine for maximum range. From the driver's perspective, it's all transparent. In fact, the Prime defaults to EV mode when the batteries are loaded. If you need a bit more speed, push the button, and the Prime can switch into Sport mode, which maximizes electric and gas torque for ultimate performance. This manages to add a little extra kick when you need it at the cost of economy. Driving the Prius Prime is actually more enjoyable than the standard Prius. Yes, it is the most economical Prius, but it's also the most fun. The new multi-link suspension finally gives the Prius some sweet dance moves. Plus, the steering rack is greatly improved. But that's not all they did to make it better to drive. Toyota also employed touches of real carbon fiber on the trunk to keep the weight down to under 3,400 pounds. Little things like that can make a big difference when driving. Even if you're not a fan of hybrid vehicles, the Prius Prime just might make you a believer. It's got space, functionality, and economy that puts it at the head of the class. But all that great tech does come at a price. As you see it here, you're looking at $36,305, including destination. Yes, it is more, but on the other hand, you may never need to buy another tank of gas, and since it's a hybrid, that comes without the range anxiety you would get with an all-electric. To test drive the new Prius Prime, visit your local AutoNation Toyota dealer today. Get started at AutoNation.com. I'm your host, Ryan Douthit. Thanks for watching.